Welcome to Lesson 2, Basic PC Hardware. This lesson will provide an overview of the common hardware components of a PC. Upon completion of this lesson you will be able to state the function of the following PC hardware components and describe their role in a PC environment: monitor, keyboard, USB connections, CD-ROM and DVD-ROM drives, and the hard drive. Single left-click next to continue. Much like the engine of a car needs many components to function, a PC requires many components as well. Let's get started by discussing some of the most common pieces of hardware found on a typical computer. Single left-click next to continue. The most commonly recognized component is the monitor. The monitor's function is to display data and information. Like televisions, there are many types of monitor technologies available today: CRT, LCD, plasma, and touchscreen. The different monitor types use different technologies, but, in the end, they all do the same thing: display information. Single left-click next to continue or click the back button to view this information again. Let's discuss the keyboard. Keyboards provide users with the ability to issue commands to the computer. Keyboards also allow users to fill out forms and documents. Many everyday devices we routinely use, such as tablets, smartphones, and even television remote controls, have keyboards. Keyboards typically connect with a cable, wirelessly, or through a USB port. Single left-click next to continue or back to view this information again. We just mentioned the term USB. Let's explain what that is. USB is an acronym for Universal Serial Bus. USB connections allows computer users to install and use a variety of peripheral devices such as digital cameras, scanners, printers, mice, and a host of other devices without the need for complicated installation procedures or computer restarts. Today, nearly every computer produced has at least one USB connection, and most devices have several. To install and use a USB device, simply plug the USB connector into the USB port on the computer. You should be aware that USB connections may not be located in the same place on different computers. Sometimes USB locations will vary, so look on the side, rear, and front of the computer to locate your particular device. To help identify USB cables and compliant devices, you may see a logo on the cable or device indicating that it is USB. Perform a single left-click on the next button to continue or click the back button to view this information again. The mouse is one of the most essential pieces of hardware attached to the computer. The mouse and its pointer allows you to click links, open shortcuts and access the programs you need. Computer mice come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors, but they all perform the same function. The mouse is usually attached to a computer by a wire or USB drive, though some are wireless. The mouse has 2, sometimes 3 buttons that serve as a means to select an item on the monitor. The most common buttons are the left-click button, right-click button, and the scroll wheel. You will have the opportunity to practice with the mouse in an upcoming lesson. Single left-click the next button to continue or back to view this information again. CD-ROM CD-DVD drives are a vital piece of computer hardware. CD-ROM drives allow us to install software, view, store, and record information for later use. CDs and DVDs allow us to view video and listen to music. It is called a combo drive because most modern computers provide the capability to view CD-ROMs and DVDs from the same drive. Higher-end computers sometimes included a Blu-ray player as well. Perform a single left-click on the next button to continue or click the back button to view this information again. We have all heard the term hard drive. Do you really know what it does though? The hard drive is located inside the chassis or tower. The hard drive is often referred to as the C drive and holds permanent data such as the operating system, programs, and user files. A standard new desktop computer may have a 500 GB hard drive, with hard drives now routinely exceeding 1 TB. That sounds great, but how about putting it in terms a layperson can understand? Just how much data is a gigabyte? The information on your monitor shows you approximately how much 1 GB of data is. 1 GB of data roughly equals 4,473 1-inch thick books, 341 digital pictures, or 256 4-minute songs. Now multiply that figure by 500 and you begin to get an idea of how much data a 500 GB hard drive will store. Enough data for a stack of books 186 feet high. Perform a single left click on the next button to continue or click the back button to view this information again. Let's take a few moments to review what we have discussed. There are 4 true, false and multiple choice questions. It's okay if you don't get everything correct, this is just a review. Just as important as answering the questions correctly is the opportunity to practice with your mouse. You must answer each question. Press the Enter key on your keyboard to begin. Using your mouse, perform a single left click on the radio button next to the correct answer and then single left click the Submit button at the bottom of your screen. If you get this wrong, you must double left click the Clear button to reset the answers and try again. Ready? True or false? Computer monitors generate images and data from the video output of the computer? True or false? A computer mouse can only be connected wirelessly. Using your mouse, perform a single left click in the radio button next to the correct answer and single left click the Submit button at the bottom of your screen. If you get this wrong, you must double left click the Clear button to reset the answers and try again. This is a multiple choice question. Using your mouse, perform a single left click in the radio button next to the correct answer and single left click the Submit button at the bottom of your screen. Here is the question: the CD-ROM drive allows the user to a. Listen to music, b. View photographs, c. Run programs, or d. All of the above. If you get this wrong, you must double left click the Clear button to reset the answers and try again. This is a multiple choice question. Using your mouse, perform a single left click in the radio button next to the correct answer and single left click the Submit button at the bottom of your screen. Here is the question: USB connections A allows the user to connect computers to each other. B is a great way to connect to the internet. C can only connect printers. Or D allows for the installation of a variety of peripheral hardware like scanners, mice, printers, etc. If you get this wrong, you must double left click the Clear button to reset the answers and try again. Single left click Continue. You should now be able to state the function of the following PC hardware components and describe their role in a PC environment: the monitor, keyboard, USB functionality, mouse, CD-ROM and DVD-ROM drives, and the hard drive. Click Next at the top of the screen to continue to the next lesson.